Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a compilation of some of my past DIY Valentine's animals to share with you that I think you're really going to enjoy. So if you want to know how to make them, stick around. I'll show you how. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Right, Murphy? That's a good boy. Okay, for this one I'm using some felt balls. I'm using one 4 centimeter, one 3 centimeter, two 2 centimeter, and four 1.5 centimeters. Okay, next I'm taking some needle and thread. I'm using kind of a heavy duty thread on this one, and I'm going to leave the tail of the thread untied. Don't tie it. You're going to come up through the bottom of the 4 centimeter ball, and then I grabbed some pliers and it helped to pull it through a little bit easier because you could grab the tip of the needle and it made it real easy. So just pull it up through there and then pull it through the 3 centimeter for the head. But don't tie the bottom off in a knot because we're going to need to have that open so that we can come back through and tie all this together. And then we're going to go back through the head, back down through the body. So you're looping it from the bottom all the way through the top of the head and from the top of the head all the way back down to the bottom of the body. And then pull that tight and then you can tie it right there. But don't cut your thread off because you're going to still need it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue between the head and the body just to keep it from spinning. Okay, next take your needle and thread and run it through the bottom and to one side. And now we're going to attach the feet. Now these are the 2 centimeter balls for the feet. And then you're going to come back up through that hole to the other side and attach the other foot. And I'm spacing my feet about a 1/2 inch apart. And then we are going to secure both of these with some glue as well. And then you're going to go up through the bottom part of that foot and then come up to where the arm would be and pull that on through. And then go ahead and attach some glue right up underneath those 2 balls just to hold those in place as well. Then figure out exactly where you want your arms and then go ahead and attach them there too. This is a pretty quick and easy project, and these turned out so cute. These would make really cute gifts. And then come through that arm, go all the way across the body, and then we're going to attach the other arm. And I got these felt balls on Etsy. You can get these at Etsy. Temu has them as well. You can get them for a little bit cheaper there. You have to wait for them a little bit. But I bought mine on Etsy. And then just add a little bit of glue underneath each little arm just to hold it in place. And then come back through that arm all the way down through the bottom part of the body where you first started. And then we're going to tie that off at the bottom. These would be cute with brown felt balls as well. And then go ahead and thread your needle again right back through there. And then we're going to run it through the back and then just cut that off. For the nose, I'm just taking one of the 1.5 inch balls and I'm just cutting it in half. And that's going to be for the nose. And then I'm taking an X-Acto knife, poking a hole through the center of it because I am going to attach a plastic nose. And I'll give you the link for the eyes and the nose. I got those on Amazon. And you're just going to push it right through there. And then we're going to glue the nose right to the front part of the face. Okay, next attach some eyes. I'm just going to take a knife and poke a hole in it on each side of the nose. And then I'm just going to run those through there. And they have little grippers on there, so you really don't need to glue these in. Just kind of twist them in until they go. They're not going to come back out. But just make sure you get them evenly spaced. Yeah, you're just going to twist those. Just kind of twist them around and then they'll go in there pretty easy. The ears, you're going to take one of those 1.5 inch balls and you're going to cut it in half. And then to do a mouth, I'm just taking a Sharpie and running it right down the front. shape the ears, you're going to cut that one ball that you just cut in half and half again, and then just kind of curve around the edges a little bit. And then we're going to take our needle and thread, and we're going to do it just like we did the arms. Just run it through, go through one ear, and then come back through the other ear. And you'll never see your thread on this. It blends in real good. And then just run it to the other side, and we're going to attach the other ear. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue up underneath the ears. Okay, and then when you attach the other ear, you're going to run it through the head to the opposite side. You're just going to go all the way through the head to the other side. You can come out any place that you want to on there, because we are going to run it back up through to connect it back again with the ear. And then put a little bit of glue underneath there, pull it tight. And then we're going to run our thread back up to where that other piece is, and we're going to tie those two off. And you want to pull those tight and then just tie that into a knot. And then we're going to thread each one of those threads through the needle and run it through the back part of the head. That way you don't have a lot of knots just showing everywhere or a little excess string. You can just run it right through the back. Do the same thing with the other one. Then we're going to cut them flush with the head. Okay, then to dress him up a little bit, I'm just taking a red and white kind of checked ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow right around his neck. And then I'm just going to cut the excess off. And I'm taking a little wooden heart, and I'm just painting it red. And I'm just using red chalk paint for this. I'm just going to glue it right to his heart. All right, that was pretty simple, and I think he turned out super cute. Let me know what you think. Okay, you're going to start with 1 3/4 inch styrofoam ball, and you're just going to cut it straight in half. And this is going to be for the little bear's face. I'm going to take a piece of fleece, and I'm going to match it to the same color as the washcloth I'm going to use, or real close to it, and I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the styrofoam ball, and then go ahead and cut about 1/2 inch away from the ball all the way around. And then we're going to cut 1/2 inch slits all the way around to glue this to the ball. This way, when you put it into your washcloth, you won't see the styrofoam, and the front part of the styrofoam will be covered up by the washcloth. And then just go ahead and make sure that you get it pretty flat. Next, I'm taking a 13 inch by 13 inch washcloth. I'm going to find my center point, and I'm going to roll both sides to the center. And roll it as tight as you can. Next, we're going to flip it over, and we are going to turn the left side over like that. And then we're going to take the right side and just fold it over the top. You're not going to fold that part over. And you want to come down about 2/3 of the way so that you can leave some legs. And then go ahead and put your styrofoam ball right up underneath there at the very tip top, and that's what's going to make the face. Okay, and then we're just going to roll those two sides outward to make the arms. And just kind of shape it up there, get it pretty straight, and then we're going to put a rubber band around it right underneath where that ball is. And that way you'll have the definition of the head. Okay, next to make the ears, we're going to take a rubber band and you're just going to squeeze those two sides together. And then wrap your rubber band around it a few times. And then you're going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Just kind of squeeze it together right there and then wrap your rubber band around it. And if you need to pull more of the ear out, just go ahead and do that. And kind of straighten them out. Next, I'm just going to take a red ribbon and I'm just going to tie it right around the neck area to separate the head from the body. And then I'm just going to tie it in a bow. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and add a nose and two eyes. Now, if you don't want to poke a hole into your washcloth, don't do this step. But the styrofoam ball, putting it in there really makes it more smooth in the front part, and it does allow you to add some eyes and a nose. And I'll give you the link for the eyes and the nose that I get. I buy them in a box on Amazon. And then once you get them exactly like you want them, we're going to go ahead and take them back out and we're going to glue them in. Next, to give a little bit more fullness to his face, I'm taking two little pom-poms that are 1/2 inch and I'm putting two on each side of his nose. That way it fills his face up a little bit and gives a little bit of definition between the eyes and the mouth area. Just kind of stick them all up in there and get them up in there really good, kind of shape them a little bit, and then just go ahead and tie your ribbon back on. And dress him up a little bit. I'm just going to take a little wooden heart and I'm just going to stick it right up underneath his ribbon. Okay, for this one, you're going to take a 13 by 13 inch wash rag and you're just going to roll it up. Now, I'm rolling it up on the side so that I do have the pattern in front and back. So you're just going to roll right to the center on this side and then you're going to meet it in the center on the opposite side. And just try to get it as tight as you can. And you could cut the tags out if you want to. I did not. Okay, once you get it in the middle, just fold it over. And then we're going to take a rubber band and we're going to attach it right in the center of the pattern. So about 1/3 of the way up. Next, we're just going to push it straight down in the center and we're going to pull the mouth forward and put a rubber band around it. And you want to wrap it tight. Okay, next I'm just going to take a ribbon and I'm just going to tie it right around where that rubber band was and I'm going to tie it in a bow. This is a real quick and easy project and you can customize this so many different ways. Next, I've given you the pattern in the description below and we are going to pin the smaller of the two ovals onto a pink felt and then the larger one onto a gray felt. And I'm just using a heather gray felt that I got on Etsy. You can use any kind of felt you want and then just go ahead and get your pattern pieces cut out and then we're going to attach them. And we're just going to glue the pink one right into the center of the gray one. And then just make sure that you get all the way around the sides really well because we are going to fold this and you want to make sure that it is secured. Then we're just going to glue right into the center and we're going to fold it in half. So we're going to be right into a third of the way over in the center and just fold it over and let that dry real well. And then we're just going to run it right through the loop on the top part of the head. Okay, next I'm just going to attach 2 little 15mm wiggle eyes right to the front. And you're attaching them right down to the top part of where the nose break is, so it's kind of setting on the nose. And then go ahead and glue the top part of the ear on up to the top part of that wash rag. Okay, next I'm just going to take a little heart and I'm just going to attach it right onto the front part of his ribbon. Next, to make the whiskers, I'm just going to cut some little bristles out of an old paintbrush that I had, and then I'm just going to attach them to the top. And you can use any color paintbrush you want to. I'm just using an old one that I had, and I'm just going to cut a few of them out there and then just glue them right to the center. Right at the peak of where the nose is going to be, you're going to glue them on both sides. And then I'm going to attach a little nose right in the center to see exactly where it's going to be, and then I'm going to attach my little whiskers. And I'll give you the link for where I got the eyes and the little nose. And that's probably about a 1/2 inch little round nose. And you could use a little pom-pom if you wanted to. But just kind of go ahead and glue them on and then kind of spread them out a little bit. Just kind of glue them on there and then kind of go ahead and spread them out while they're still a little bit tacky. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more on one side because I had a little bit too much on the opposite side. Okay, then I'm just going to take my little black nose and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it right in. And kind of spread them out a little bit because you don't want it going down, you don't want it pulling the whiskers down while you're gluing it in. Next, to draw the mouth in just a little bit, I'm taking some heavy-duty gray thread, and I'm just going to run it right through one side down to the bottom of his mouth, all the way to the other. Just kind of draw it in a little bit because the mouse's little face is a little bit thinner. And then I'm going to run it right back through, and I'm just going to tie that into a knot. So I'm just going to pull it pretty tight. You're just trying to draw it up a little bit to make it a little bit thinner on the face. And then I'm going to run my needle right back through to the other side, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. And then I'm going to cut the strand off on the opposite side as well. Okay, next I'm going to take some faux fur, and I'm going to cut a piece that measures 1 1/4 inches wide by 1/2 inch long. And I'm just going to make some hair. And just kind of go in a U shape on the backing of there and just kind of get that cut out. And then go ahead and clean any excess fur off of it. And then we're just going to glue it right to the top of his head. Now we're going to go ahead and glue his head together right there so that split is closed. We're just going to go ahead and glue the little hair right to the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and comb it backwards also just to cover up any of the edges I have. But just get it glued in good and then go ahead and comb it backwards and then you won't see the edges of that fur. All right, he was pretty easy. This is a real quick and easy project. You can make several of these. They make great gifts. Look how cute that is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you like these kind of videos, be sure and give me a like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when I have a new video upload. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if nobody's told you today, you're awesome. See you next time. Thanks for watching.